Happy birthday.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. All right. It is Matt Garza's birthday.
Max.
Max?
Yes.
Why did you say Matt?
I didn't. I said Max. You didn't listen, I don't think.
I listened, but I listened with my X ear, not my T ear. No, wait. No, the other way. Sorry.
You got to listen with the correct ear.
All right. Hold on a sec. Okay. Here we go. YouTube Premium. Sorry.
What just happened? What did I miss?
Sorry, I just opened up a live stream and got advertisement for YouTube Premium. Asked me if I wanted to try a 1-month trial.
Of course.
Oh, man. Anyway, though, happy
Anything to make you
birthday.
laugh.
Happy birthday to the real Max Garza,
Yes.
not the fake Matt Garza.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
I
Maybe
do.
An evil twin.
I do. That's probably why I did it in my head. I knew a Matt Garza.
Really?
Yeah, high school.
Oh, nice. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I haven't thought about him since right this moment. I hope he's doing all right. I hope he's doing
Maybe
all
it's
right.
his birthday today.
Yeah, if there was ever a time I could count on finding him in his house, it's right now.
Very true. Very
All right.
true.
Okay, so I think that the first thing that we need to tell everybody is that Pages had an update.
It's so very exciting.
Look at that. Look at
It's
that.
beautiful.
Oh, it really,
It's just-
it really makes me want to switch this to collaborative novel writing.
Yes. Oh, we could have some fun with that.
Yeah, it would just, both of us would constantly be just cutting off whatever the other person was writing so we could start a new chapter with a new drop cap.
With a new drop cap. It'll be a 20-page book with 80 chapters. And so beautiful.
By the way, look up Atlanta Nights next opportunity you get.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not even going to tell you anything about it. You just look it up.
Is it book, movie?
Oh, it's a book.
Okay. Atlanta Nights. Writing it down right now.
Okay, so the first thing that I need to do, because I didn't actually have time to do it, is I need to go and review the results for our
for our poll.
For our poll. I mean, I have kind of an idea, but I'm going to be kind of doing this on the fly, so I really apologize. Things got backed up today. Okay, here we go. So, okay, all of Nick Clark's recommendations have 2, except for his Earth has 3. I'm pretty sure that the winner for Star is going to be the one that ends up sounding like Asia. It's got 4 votes in the first round before moving on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top vote getters here for the first round and then modify it. Okay, so that was the top one for Star, definitely. Top for Earth is Akka. I don't see anything that beats it. Top for Moon is Ulu. That's got 3 votes. And then for Sun, it's like a 1,000,000-way tie. So we're going to have to go to other rounds for a tiebreaker. All right. So next, in the consultant round of voting. By the way, to explain to everybody what's happening right now, so our patrons are voting on what is going to be the new words for Sun, Moon, Star, and Earth. And so they put up a bunch of recommendations, and then they voted based on liking. And it happens in different rounds depending on whether the what level of patron you are. Looks like Nick Clark's recommendation is getting more votes in the second round, so that puts East ahead for the time being. And then,
Oh, is that for Sun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ingi doesn't have any. Ulu has another vote, so Ulu is probably going to be the winner there. Easy has another vote, but that still puts it behind East. Oh, Asia doesn't have any votes there. But none of the other star votes had 3. But we're going to have to look at that in the next round.
Okay. Is there anything I can be looking at as you have numbers that I can help quickly add? I didn't know which level you were looking at. There, I could look at whatever other level and tell you what to add.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, you know what? We're going to have to do a full ad. I should have done this. I should have done this ahead of time.
What?
There things are going to get flipped in the upper rounds. So, and there might be ties, and it's kind of a disaster because I didn't do this earlier. I should have done this earlier. I really apologize. So, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put this on hold, and I'm going to add it up after this is done and do a full official ad. Because we know what they're starting out with, which was the important point. We just don't know what the final tally is going to be. I think there might end up being ties, and we're going to have to figure out how to deal with tiebreakers.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I was going to see if there was any way I could make it go faster and help out. But I think you're right. We'll probably just have to write it down as we go. There are a lot, and some of them overlap.
Wait a minute. Since when do I not like long vowels?
Where does it say that?
Somebody's saying in the chat, whoever said I don't like long vowels? I love long vowels.
Oh, I think Kieran, what you mean is that he doesn't like central vowels, at least not in this language.
Yeah, central vowels getting killed, but
I guess we did kill the long vowels too for the most part. Not because you didn't like them, it just didn't feel right.
No, it just didn't make sense for this. Okay. All right, let's catch back up then. So yeah, we know what this is going to be. Incidentally, I do have my font ready here, but we're not going to use it just yet because I need to do something else. We need to get more examples of things that might have single glyphs. So like sun, moon, star, and earth, very basic notions that are likely to have single glyphs. But we need a lot more for sketching to see what might make good glyphs. So I'm gonna kind of like write up a list here. I mean, rabbit is probably one, but it could be several different types of rabbit. So like, standing rabbit versus sitting rabbit versus hopping rabbit. We'll see. But yeah, other suggestions. Mind. No, that's no. So mind is not basic enough. And second, how would you write a word for it? That's not something you usually see going way back. We kind of have dirt with earth. Heart. Let's throw that down as a maybe. Are our rabbits surgeons?
That's a good question. I mean, they have
water, certainly.
More abilities than, I guess, other raindrops. Someone has asked, and I think I saw 2 people in the comments, and now I need to scroll back up to find out who actually asked it.
Teeth, yeah.
Are there still regular rabbits in their world, or are all of them now anthropomorphic rabbits?
There are, I want to say, because it's just this region, and so it's a regional thing, and how the new rabbits are relating to the old rabbits and the other animals, it's a serious question. It's something that I have to deal with. Light. How do you even draw that?
Ooh, they're given. We got some
Sky, tail.
Oh, predator. Oh,
What?
Tail,
No.
rock.
Claw. Good. Rock is good. I mean, sure, heart should be an early word, but how do you draw it if you've never seen it?
With much imagination.
No, location is too abstract. Non-abstract words. Well, I was thinking with the non-sentient rabbit, since somebody's making that recommendation, the idea is kind of like you have like the standing rabbit versus the prostrate rabbit, and that might be the distinction there. Teeth grinding. Eye cloud. This is good. This is good. I'll put paw up with claw, see what works. Leaf, definitely. Lichen, it's a maybe. I'm going to write that down. No, cold and hot, too abstract. Wet and dry, too abstract. Stick, sure. Ooh, that's actually a good recommendation for heart, chest thumper.
I love that.
Yeah, let's footprint, that might be interesting. Acorn, seed, root. Not doing poop, but thank you for the recommendation. Berry might be good. Thorn might be good. Hole, certainly. I'm steering clear of other animals for the time being because I don't know how they're going to fit in. I mean, it's not like it's not warranted. It's just that I'm not 100% sure how it will work. How well... Okay. No, not basic color terms. How do you draw them?
Very carefully.
Let's do weapon. I had a pretty cool glyph for blood in a show that I worked on that I'm never going to talk about because... for reasons. Let's see. How do you draw a smell? Bramble is good. Let's get just a couple more, and then we'll call it a day. Bush is good. Fire is good. Stream is good. Let's do river as well. Okay. Pond is good. Salut. Fur. Field. Rain. Okay, that will give me some stuff to work on. So since we're here, I did want to ask, we had committed to kind of like not working on this out between sessions, but the thing is I do need to sketch glyphs, and we don't have an Elmo. So like I can, write in my book and hold it up.
And it looks beautiful. Like
that. You can see my list. But actually, stump is good. I want to write that one down too. But, you can't, I don't actually have an overhead camera so that you can watch what I'm doing. I could potentially use this Wacom tablet, except I just don't have the kind of control I do for the paper. Or do I?
Do you?
All right, let me think about that. I'll have to try. I'll have to try the Wacom tablet out. Anyway, but if it doesn't work out, I guess the main question is it okay if I sketch some stuff in between sessions and then bring back and show everybody and, do the actual font work on here. Just something to think about. Anyway. All right, so now let's move on to grammar. Jesse, where do you want to start?
Where do I want to start?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question. Just one second. I was writing down... I was trying to write down votes while you were doing all that. So I'm like partway through tallying votes.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you keep going. Some things about me. I enjoy things that taste good, but when I'm looking for something that really hits the spot, I always reach for Kopiko. Kopiko is the only thing that gets me through the day.
I feel like you're really, really working hard on that eventual agreement with them.
I want them to just send me a check, just a huge check, and then a bucket full of Kopiko. Oh my God!
Oh. And then you throw it. Throw it. That's really kind of so horrible.
Oh God! Oh wow! Oh, just wonderful. My goodness. Somebody mentioned onions in the stream. Banish them.
What? He's lying. He says that, but I still want to point out the fact that you like the soup that I made with onions.
Look, you can't always remove onions from whatever. You can't force others not to use onions. But I mean, you have to admit everything would be better without onions.
I don't have to admit that.
It's the worst ingredient in French onion soup.
There's no soup without there's no French onion soup without the onions. By the way, it'd really help if I remembered to load comments before I start tallying, because there's a lot of comments. Anyway, but yeah. I'm down to the final one where there's fewer votes.
Okay, good.
So I'm almost there. So you're almost done emceeing.
But I will mention this as we're moving on to grammar. We were talking about plurals last time, and reduplication was raised, but I want to pull it back because I want to use reduplication with verbs. I have done it before. There's very little I haven't done with reduplication. I'll just say that. But I had kind of a vision with reduplication with respect to the verbal system, and I kind of want to go with that. So I want to pull reduplication back from plurals, and we'll just deal with with different things if we're going to have plurality. French onion water. Oh, George Corley, another onion defender. Ban him. Ban him from the chat. Stop bullying onions. I don't think onions are really hurting. Onion futures are still through the roof. When the rest of the stock market has crashed, onion futures are through the roof. They're the empire here, not me.
Okay.
Ooh, garlic soup would be better than onion soup. Okay, have you got it?
I believe I have it.
Here we go.
I am confused. Oh no, that did not get as many votes, so that did get overridden. Okay.
Oh boy. It's about to get real here.
So the winner for Sun I have as Easy. ICI with 6 votes.
Got it.
I believe only had 4 at the end of the day.
Okay.
Emi came in second with 5 votes.
How about that?
Easy is the top.
All right.
First star, Ali Schwa Li is the root that came out on top.
Really?
With 5. Yeah.
The
other one, I think, only had 4. Like, I thought it had more than that, too. But it didn't get any votes at the upper round, so it only had the 4 from the original round.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And so it came out real strong.
Okay.
And then, okay. And then we have a tie for Moon.
Okay.
Ulu and Uni.
Okay, we'll revisit that.
Both have 5.
Okay.
And then we have a three-way tie for earth.
Mm-hmm.
Aka. And then A pre-nasalized B. A.
Amba.
Mm-hmm. But I wanted to make sure you knew it was a pre-nasalized B.
Uh-huh.
And Amma. AMA.
Okay. So.
And so three-way tie there for earth.
All right. For moon, my initial instinct is to go with uni because we already have an L for star. However, if we want to do this, well, it depends who we want to favor. We could let people just randomly shout out things on YouTube. We could make the decision ourselves. Or we could weight higher patrons' votes more heavily as a way to promote our Patreon and thank our patrons.
Interesting. If we want to do that. Oh, that's an interesting proposal right there. Are people shouting things on YouTube yet?
They're saying, yes, YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, well, I mean, I guess since we already added... Oh, Kiernan's onion. Yes.
I can't believe
that will be a word.
I can't believe nobody recommended that. It'd be the word. We don't have a word for poop yet. There we go.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Somebody has pointed out that if we go with uni for moon, all the celestial beings will end in E.
Oh. That feels like it's more than a coincidence.
It does. It feels a little bit artificial. That pushes me towards Ulu. Gosh, this is a tough one.
Interesting. And all of them would maintain that as we change them into future forms, all of them would maintain that E ending, right? So that would definitely be maintained if we did that.
Well, first, let's just say we're going to keep all of these stems, definitely. They're all going to be words, so we should hang on to them. In fact, they might be words very quickly as we're going to need new words. I'm feeling Ulu. What about you?
I'm feeling Ulu, too. And so...
All right.
I mean, I guess we'll just have two L's, right? Ulu and Ali.
Yeah, it was two L's versus them all ending in E's, and I kind of feel better.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Stems to use uni. And then, what about for our Oz? I was seeing some love for Amba. Amba.
I like that one.
Huh.
I would definitely be happy with that.
See,
regardless, that M is very much felt throughout because of the top votes coming in. So all three of those were tied for first place. The second, the runner-up behind them was Amma with a schwa. So the M is definitely being felt by our patrons.
Okay.
So I feel that we either need to do the Amba or Amma. And I kind of like the Amba. I don't know why. I just like that.
All right. Like it.
Oh, and Scarlock agrees with me. And so does Max. And it's Max's birthday.
So all right. That's something set. Also want to add, we are, for one of our top tier patrons, Veronica Hamilton, we had a discussion about this. And all the potential words that Veronica wanted to use, they all have R. Not only that, they all crucially have R. It was very difficult. And so she's going to hold on to some of them for later, but we're going to use Hami at one point that is going to become modern Hemi, which is the beginning of Hamilton. So.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So these are stems to use. These are our new words. And at some point, we're actually going to, add these to the actual dictionary, but we haven't got there yet. So easy ends up being our word for sun. Is that correct?
Easy, yes, is sun.
Okay, easy, and then it was Ali, right?
For star,
Yeah,
yes.
Ulu and
For moon.
Amba.
Yes.
Let's see how these come out. Easy, Ellie, Ulu, and Emma. That's cool.
Oh, cannot see the output. There we go.
I'm sorry.
I know, you should be.
Yeah. And, okay. Emma. Okay. So that is Earth. This is Moon. This is Star. Huh.
Sorry.
And this is Sun. You know what's funny? Let's say the word for star had been Alu. Would that have come out as Alu? Hold on.
Go check that out.
Yeah. No, it would have still been Alu. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, this is really interesting because the way that this writing system is going to work out, you're going to have a devil of a time trying to figure out how to spell anything that has a or e in it. It's going to be very confusing. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm really looking forward to it. Just, we got to get there.
I'm glad I won't have to read it. Oh, man. Oh, did you see? Exactly. Can't wait for the episode where they translate Hamilton into this language. Oh. Oh. That's going to be several seasons worth.
Yeah. By the way, does anybody know... Did anybody watch Home Movies? I'm guessing that's a no for you, Jesse. Home Movies, the show?
What do you mean? Like, did I just make home movies and then watch them?
Oh, my goodness. That'd be kind of like if I asked you, have you watched Friends? And you say, which Friends? I have several different friends. Home Movies is a television show. It was an animated television show that was on in the early 2000s. Anyway, one of the things that happened is there's this secondary character who does a rock opera based on the Metamorphosis.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, this song, he is Franz Kafka, da-na-na, and so on. Basically, every time I hear the opening song to Hamilton, that's all I think about. I just think of, he is Franz Kafka. So, Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton.
Pretty sure you're making all of this up.
It makes me smile. Oh, man, no, it's fantastic. This is the part where they come in. There he is. What will he say? I'm just a lonely German from Prague.
Wow.
It's because it's Franz Kafka, the rock opera, but it's mixed with the Metamorphosis. And Franz Kafka, of course, was from Prague. Anyway, all right, that's done.
We're good. We're good. Moving forward.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. So should we do nouns?
Should we do them?
Nouns?
I mean, we should have nouns, yes.
Oh my God, that's right. I had another idea. Oh my God. And I wanted to tell you about this. I'm so sorry. All right. So we're going to be doing possession, right? The possessor is going to come afterwards. But utilizing the principles in Haman's article on iconicity, which you've now read?
On my reading list?
It's so good. Anyway, I was thinking we use... we have a distinction in the... what's it? Possession. Whoa. I was once a rep for Canada Dry.
Maybe they'll send me a case. Look at that, folks. The drink of champions. And it's a little baby one, so it's fun.
But, okay, so... What am I talking about?
You're talking about possession and iconicity.
Oh my God, possession. Okay, so what if we use apposition for inalienable possession, but like really inalienable, and then prepositional construction for alienable possession.
So something like, you know, speaking of hearts, that
Yes.
would be like heart rabbit, but like a
Wait.
rabbit heart. It would be
No.
heart would go first.
No,
right?
no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Ooh, testing my Thursday brain. But then something like you're growing a flower, and that would be like flower of the rabbit, or
Yes.
home of the rabbit, burrow of the rabbit, those kinds of things.
Yeah. Where? Oh, we need a new little section for this. Here. No. Possession. Okay. So rabbit. No, because heart is the head. Heart, rabbit becomes rabbit's heart.
Oh, there you are. I was like,
heart.
where are you typing? I hear it.
Oh, and this gives me another idea. This gives me another idea. Okay, but let's just do I don't know. Weapon, prep, rabbit equals rabbit's weapon, but also entailed in this is the idea of the real idea of inalienability. So, for example, color shed, for example, that would be the color of the shed. Because presumably, if it's painted on there, it can't be removed without effort.
It's not going to be separated.
Yeah, so something like that. But then
not easily, anyway.
And then also, do you remember the crazy thing that Greek does when it does compounds?
Do I remember the crazy thing? I don't know which crazy thing. It does a lot of crazy things.
It changes its stress all around in a totally weird and unpredictable way. We could do that. So that, for example, heart, you know, rabbit is rabbit's heart, but heart rabbit, you know, would be, you know, Rabbit Heart, you know, the name of a band. And this one is like plus funny stress. Anyway, we can figure that out in a minute. I'm just leaving it there. Oh, the rabbit's hobbit hole. I, me versus pencil and me. Oh yes, that's right. And then because of this, it would be heart. I is my heart, right? But this will become suffix equals pronoun. Pronouns heart. And this is where we can bring in my suffix idea.
Okay, so what you're saying is like heart I, sure.
And then it'll fuse.
Become a suffix.
It'll fuse, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So you have been typing not different options, but over time what happens. So heart rabbit is where it starts. It becomes a compound with funny stress. But it still is, the modern version just means rabbit heart.
No. These are two different things.
Oh, two different things. Okay.
So we're essentially creating our blue bird versus bluebird. That's what we're doing.
Ah.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
And we needed to do that since we're having, you know, stative verbs, right? And these things are all going to be small clauses / relative clauses anyway. So the question is how to distinguish this from this, and the funny stress is going to be how to do it.
Right.
Okay. But that's for later. We're doing plurals, right?
That's totally in the future. Keep it. Okay, so now heart plus suffix, though, just to make sure I understand that. Would you have to add the pronoun after it, or would it be the suffix would actually be the pronoun?
It would be the pronoun. I'm sorry. This is two things that exist in the language. This is just one thing. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. I I feel like
Better?
I'm back on track now. I'm back on. Yes.
All right.
That was actually exactly what I needed right there.
Okay, cool. Okay, good. All right, so plurals, right. So we determined last time that we were going to do plurals?
Yes. And we did. And we're going to do it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with one plural, and that was the mouthful
Yes.
prefix.
Mm-hmm.
So we have one plural. We have not done the other two yet, and we have not figured out. Oh, I can't just. There we go. Gotta swipe. That Copico is like super crunchy. I could totally hear it. From how many thousand miles away?
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. I just didn't realize how crunchy it was.
Copico goes down crunchy.
Crunch like a conlanger. That needs to be its new advertisement.
Oh, hey, how about an our age reference? But how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Copico? Let's see.
Crunch.
You know, my Uncle Ben, they used to say that he had a microphone inside of his mouth when he would chew chips, and then it got to a point where anytime he ate anything crunchy, everybody would stop and go look at him, and he got very self-conscious about it.
Oh, well, I hope I didn't just make you self-conscious.
I'm donezo.
It's never going to be the same.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that we have soft foods from now on.
You know me and competence. I have like 0.
It's all gone. Just depleted.
Okay.
Well, you got and I'm over here playing with my pen, and I realize I should probably put that down. Cause I'm sure someone somewhere is probably hearing me go click, click, click.
Oh my God. See RTAC12's comment.
See, love it.
So I did want to raise one thing though. So yes, we have this eaten things plural, and it's great. Yes. But somebody came up with just the most beautiful etymology. I don't know if it could necessarily work, but I think it could. It could be like a news thing. They came up with mouthful of stars for night.
Oh.
So you know how like news is actually the plural of new, but it's not actually, and even though it's kind of treated like a plural noun, it's not a thing. We could do that.
Could it be a connection with, well, one, if you recall, the great tooth eater was also perhaps a star eater, and maybe as part of the mythology. But two, we had decided mouthful of raindrops would be rain, right? Because we have drop of rain,
yes.
And then rain is a mouthful of raindrops.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could almost argue, right? Like things in the sky, if they fell, you could catch them.
Yeah. Wait. What was our
and stars go shooting?
What was our actual word for mouth? So I put this in Han.
Yeah.
Right, and then the H is going to be lost kind of spuriously.
And the current word for mouth is hen. Hen.
Hanelli.
But then of course it's just Ian.
Hanelli. That's why that's happening. Because it's stressed there. Okay.
Oh, that last result is hidden by your camera.
So I'm just going to write this here. If we did this, it would become Hanelli. So that for night. But I was going to say we could have two different plurals for star. So the regular plural for the mouthful plural would actually just mean night. It would be treated like a plural noun, but it wouldn't actually be a plural of star. Instead, it would take the non-eaten things plural if you wanted to say multiple stars.
Oh, that's nice. Just a second. Han-alu became Inalu. E-N-alu. Would night be in? Elu?
Well, okay, so there are two different ways to do this. One is if you just combine this into a single word and evolved it normally. If you evolved it the plural way, then it would instead become Eneli or Eneli.
Okay.
Um,
And that would then, okay, so that's what I was thinking it would be. And then
Yes.
the argument for doing it this way
is that it was treated more like a word on its own from a very early stage.
And so it didn't undergo the same sort of
Yes.
process that the other plural forms that are recognized as plural forms underwent.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we like that?
I do, if for no other, although that is a beautiful word over here, but I do like Haneli. I do think that is nice.
Okay. And then we'll discuss if that thing is going to have a plural. Because there's a way that it could. But it doesn't necessarily need to do that.
Here's a suggestion. Felix Jordan says, I really like if mouthful is a normal plural for edible things and a kind of mass noun suffix for anything else, or mass noun prefix, I would think.
Yeah, right.
For anything else.
Let's hang on to that idea then.
And then Arturo had said the same thing I did, that the hand prefix had eroded to N, but we're saying this one is special. Okay. And then, of course, George notes that this is indeed a phonological conspiracy. Yes. Oh, and then Kiernan says, okay, so if we like sort of embrace that mass noun kind of thing, like day could be a mouthful of light or a mouthful of sun.
It certainly could. I kind of liked it just being only a thing for night. Because that makes it more unique. But
so maybe not the mass noun thing then. Maybe this was.
Well, it's just.
I like the mythology related that they thought that the stars could fall at night and you could get a mouthful of them if they fell.
It makes it more unique, like news, where it just doesn't happen all the time. But I will remember that. I'll remember that. All right, let's discuss our other plural.
Okay. Our other plural, and by other plural, you mean like the ones we haven't made yet?
Yes, non-eaten things.
Indeed. Non-eaten. I feel like they would be measured.
You think that rabbits are going to measure things? So I guess do you think that rabbits, these rabbits, are they more order or are they more chaos?
Well, they do have some order, it seems. At the beginning, though, I'm sure it was a bit chaotic. I mean, they were rabbits who suddenly got this gift. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Well, okay, so going back, and it's really hard to sometimes shake ideas that you came up with that you really liked. But I had this language that I did for Arena of Valor, and I had two words in the proto-language. One was a heap, and one was a stack. The heap was unordered, and then the stack was ordered. From these two words were derived the words for order and chaos. Was it the place, or it was like either the time of the stack or the time of the heap? And then daughter languages depending on their philosophical bent or depending on how they divided their nouns, used either stack or heap as their plurals.
Nice.
In fact, in one of the daughter languages, nouns were divided into order and chaos, and they took their plurals based on where they lie. So that was one idea. I don't know. So, but we have eaten things versus not eaten things. So we have leaves or acorns versus sticks and rocks.
Because the leaves and acorns are the eaten things. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So my first instinct, whenever we're thinking of the non-eaten things, my very first thought was pile. And so I'm guessing they're less ordered then, because a pile would just be a pile.
I like that.
Pile plural.
Yes.
Okay. That's a nice alliteration.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna do the same thing, I guess, as the first prefix. Yes. Mm-hmm.
The same thing as the first prefix,
well,
yeah, where
in that it prefixes
some sort of erosion.
Mm-hmm. And so we've got an E already. We're gonna want something different there.
Of course we will. And I'm thinking, I mean,
something a little...
I'm going back, something with an U or somehow getting to an O sort of thing.
Do you want it starting with a vowel or with a consonant?
With a consonant, and then the vowel is only added if it comes before another consonant.
Well, if that's going to happen, then it needs to be a very weak little vowel. So we're not looking at a CVC word here. Probably a CVV word.
For the original?
Yeah, if we're going to want that vowel to just disappear. Unless we want it to show up as labialization.
It would be very exciting to go into more detail, David.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if it was something like, I don't know, something like this, you could have it showing up as co versus qua before vowels.
Oh, that's nice. Yes.
But
and that goes into my back vowel. I'm loving that. I love a qua combination as well.
Okay, what do you think about the consonant? Because we have a whole bevy of them.
Well, obviously because you introduced the qua combination, and I'm sold. Whether or not you intended that to be the consonant, I mean, what else would it be besides qua?
You want to do something wild? We don't necessarily have to. We don't necessarily have to.
You gonna take away my qua?
But if I wanted to dip into a sound change I haven't used since Castathan, you could have
what?
with a protoform of this. And what we would need to do is introduce a sound change whereby all C plus coronal becomes plus velar before W.
Oh my gosh. That is intense.
We don't have to. But you could.
Wow. Okay, so qua is good. George says, oh, that is nice. I'm not entirely sure if he's referring to the rule or the just overall thing, but I think, Chris is standing it so hard, and I know what stand means ish now. So I'm thinking good we have some supporters. I think we're going to have to add to our phonological rules.
All right, let's do it. Okay, where are the phonological rules? Oh gosh, I just saw that again.
In the history section.
It's so good. Oh gosh, I really want to rewrite this whole document now that we have drop caps. Okay.
Drop caps everywhere.
Okay, so it has to be somewhere after the W's happen.
Yes, we definitely need a W.
Probably it's going to happen in this lenition stage.
Down at like number 11.
Yeah, after.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This won't be relevant. This won't be relevant, obviously. Yeah, let's do it. Well, it's all lenition. Let's just do it right here.
Okay.
Call this velarization.
Oh, and while you're typing that, oh, never mind. Arturo already answered because Joshua had asked if there a BRPLI situation could happen, but Arturo pointed out we don't have an R. Yeah, that was one of the first things we cut.
Yep.
Very first episode.
Before W. So this means that T, D, N, and I usually just do this with stops. I didn't think about fricatives.
Oh.
So swa and zwa is probably fine. I can't see swa going to hwa.
Right? Like that feels... Also the N. Noir.
Mwah.
Would become moi.
Yeah.
Moi.
It happens pretty much anyway. T, D, and N. Is that all of our... T, D, and N. I just tried to use a trackpad. I don't have one, but I just tried to use it.
What? If you don't have a trackpad, what were you pressing on?
A little pad. It's kind of comfortable. Respectively before W. All right. Good. Ganz
yes.
gut.
And right. Another use of respectively.
I do love that word. Okay, plurals. Okay, so here we go. Non-eaten things will be toe/qua.
Back up.
Ah, yeah. So
you by the way, you got rid of this category. That was meant to be a category.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
You should be.
Let's see. Tooth versus no, we're already doing mouthful. That is kind of derivational, isn't it? I almost said that like, what is that, Cookie Monster? It is derivational, isn't it? That wasn't very good. I can do a better Cookie Monster. But at least I was thinking of the right thing. All right.
Where are you finding derivational, though? Did someone comment that? Or
Nikki and...
Or you just...
Inalu. Hold on a sec. So Nikki is tooth. Doniki is teeth. And then we have Alu is drop of rain. Analu is rain. And Qualu is raindrops. If we have to have a plural of that. It's kind of cool.
It's a drain. I'm going to take that away.
Okay. Grover. Was it Grover that I was thinking of? It was Grover. It was Grover. That's right. That's why it didn't sound right. Yeah.
The Cookie Monster was just...
Okay.
Chris is doing it in the background.
Yeah.
I don't think... I'll see if he'll come on camera and do it. But his Cookie Monster was good.
Oh, nice. So you know about Super Grover?
Yeah, the superhero. Sure.
Okay, so there's just this one... There's this one on Sesame Street. He's going to help this cactus who wants a ball to play with, but all the balls that they have like pop because it's a cactus, right?
Sure.
And so he's trying a series of things, to help it, and they all fail. And then so like after one of them fails, he says, okay, and then he pulls out a sandwich and just starts eating it. Cactus is like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm eating my lunch. And that, of course, it ultimately ends up being the solution because he makes a ball out of the foil.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And so that's a perfect solution. But, like, there was no transition. He just starts eating.
When Grover wants a sandwich.
Very
Grover gets
calmly.
a sandwich.
And like, even he's like, what is that? He says, it is a meatball sandwich. And it's just...
That is a really good impersonation. I am impressed.
It's been a while since she watched Sesame Street, but I really enjoyed it when she was watching it. That's good stuff. Liz Lemon was on it. Not Liz Lemon. What's her real name?
Oh, you mean Tina Fey?
Yes, icon and goddess Tina Fey. Yes, she was on it. She was a Buccaneer. Anyway, so, all right. What are we doing? Oh, we did that. Doing? We did that. Okay. Oh, so now we just have rabbits and grab bag.
And what?
The grab bag, the secret one.
It like kind of cut out right when you said grab, and so I thought you said rabbits versus grabbits.
Okay, hang on.
But...
Okay. Okay, we'll get to the bottom of that.
Yes.
Don't you worry. We'll figure that out.
Nice. All right. So I know up above there have been a lot of comments since then. So I'm sorry I can't attribute this until I can find it in the comment string. But someone had suggested Warren. Here, the Applesauce Project had suggested Warren might be how they would count creatures. And Sprecher Fuchs said something like a warren as many connected burrows, like a warren of blank. So that was where I think it originally came from.
I think that is too specific to rabbits and not old enough. It's we're definitely going to explore this idea of warrens in some way. I just don't know if it's going to surface as morphology.
I wonder if it could be connected to how they measure family. If everybody is together in one warren, it would maybe the word for warren is also the word for family or something. So maybe there's a connection there we can work with. But as far as like any creatures, then
I thought you were going to recommend group selfie as a plural prefix.
Group selfie. Is that just? I mean, it's just.
So there's a rabbit and a group selfie of rabbits,
which I believe is a grelfie. I put it in there.
Oh my god.
Ooh, hero by proxy. Would they count creatures by ears, like how we count cows by head?
Meaning that you...
George says a litter, maybe?
Which is essentially just, it's a stylized word for group. So essentially you're just landing on a word for group, which is a possibility.
I almost think it has to be something vague like group, right? Because it's any creature. And so they wouldn't necessarily even have visible ears or anything like that. So...
Well, hang on. When you're talking about farm hands, right? If somebody says, I've got 10 farm hands, you don't come to the interpretation that means 5 people, right?
No.
Yeah, even though all humans have 2 hands. So you could do the same thing with ears, yeah. So...
Everything else, though... I guess it could work opposite, like I get it, but like the way all the other plurals are working, it's how can they be put together?
You're right.
And then ear is like separating them out and saying like, we're going to look at a feature of it. being
Okay.
all metonymic about it.
So we'll save that for individuatives.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good word.
Distributive plurals. There we go.
Oh my god, Issa Clavey. Yes! Comment. I stand Grelfies. They're so grammar. Yes.
Hey.
These are my people. Okay. So I'm thinking a group, right? Or like the word that would just be like group of people.
Hang on.
And by people, of course, I mean creatures. Because there are no people. Oh my goodness. Yes. And then
Sorry.
we need this line to continue down. So we truly appreciate the oh wow. This is why I don't type.
Approcite. That's a good one. I really apologize for that, but I just finally found where the drop cap was.
You didn't see it before.
No, I didn't. That's terrible. I derailed everything. Okay.
Ooh, sentient rabbits are grabbits because they're grabbing rabbits. Nice.
Now, Grabbing Rabbits, of course, is a really popular band in the 90s. You remember Grabbing Rabbits?
You're making that up.
With their, they have their big hit was Stoked, right? But I really liked,
and now I'm Googling because I don't believe you.
Pleasure to Wave. That was my favorite.
You're lying. I'm good. Okay. You're lying. But I had a very serious face, I'm sure, as I was Googling grabbing rabbits. And in case you're wondering, the top hit was something about grabbing rabbits by the ears. I don't think you're supposed to do that. But anyway, going back, what are you thinking? Because I'm being just very like a word for group or flock or something.
I mean, that's fine though. Like we can do group. That's fine.
Jason, did you get him in on your con man routine? My favorite album of theirs was Jesse's Birthday and Mother's Maiden Name. I think you're getting help. People are asking about noses, but that would be the ear problem as well. It'd be like how to count, how to individuate things rather than how to group them. People do like noses, though.
Let's go with group, I say, and then let's use that word later for important stuff. Because I really love all of the ideas that people are giving for various different groups of things. And I think that those will be very important, but I think they will be important as lexical items, not as morphology. This should just be is there a gender neutral way to say plain Jane?
A gender neutral way of saying plain Jane.
Kind of like, flat Pat, but plain Jane. You know what I mean? All I can think of is Jane or Kane. Rain.
Can it just be plain?
Plain? Yeah.
Do you have to have a name?
I don't know. It doesn't have to have a name. It doesn't. I'm sorry.
But okay. I swear this is a word. Just second. I need to make sure that what I think is a word is a word.
Plain vanilla.
Oh, plain vanilla. Yes. Oh my gosh.
By the way, that's something you're going to want to Google. How vanilla became the default flavor, because it's crazy not, isn't it? Like, vanilla is really kind of a wild thing, isn't it? in terms of
No,
how you
it's
harvest
what
it.
you flavor first before you add anything else.
I know, but the question is, how did it become our default flavor when vanilla is inherently so exotic?
Oh, that's a good point.
It's like how sriracha is now the default flavor.
Plain sriracha.
Yeah. Can I get the
Oh,
non-sriracha version? Sure.
Wesley says, if you want to use
Wesley!
plain, that suggests reduplication.
We're not going to do reduplication in the plurals. Darn it! I want to save them.
Not you.
I want to save them.
You want to save them.
I want to
Do
save
you
them.
want to then get rid of this note right here that is glaringly saying that reduplication will be used for one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting rid of it. Oop, let me get that back down. Okay.
You're a real one. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Okay, so when you started this plain conversation, what you were saying, I believe, was that we may have more than one way eventually to pluralize that are more specific, but this one is going to be the one that's just sort of vanilla.
Yeah.
Is that what you were saying with all of the, before we got sidetracked on the gender neutral plain Jane?
Yeah, just sort of a word for group. I mean, it could be the same word that gives us hop, but it doesn't necessarily need to be.
Okay. Do we have a word for hop?
No. We haven't.
I've got an eye twitch. I don't think it's bad enough you can see it yet, but...
You know what? Be grateful you have an eye.
Thank you. Keeping it real. But it turns out that a horrific side effect of doing all your work online is eye twitches. So my eyes are getting real big here as I try to get that twitch to stop. Okay. So we need a word for group. And I'm looking at our other ones because now I want just a vowel. No consonant. Just a vowel for group.
Well, it's got to be E or oo then, right?
Mm-hmm. That then turns into a ya or a wa as necessary.
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And why not just have it be, like, I guess we could do the H thing again and have it disappear. Do we have another consonant that disappears easily? Or should the original word really just be like E or oo? Didn't we have, just a second, I'm going through this.
Ooh, E.
I'm trying to find where
Ooh,
our
ting, ting.
all of our different, here
Walla,
we go,
walla, bing, bang.
diphthongs are. Sorry, what were you saying?
Just ooh, ee, ooh, ting, ting, walla, walla, bing, bang. That's it.
We're singing ooh, ee, ooh, ting, ting, walla, walla, bing, bang.
I had a...
That was a great, I love the Chipmunks.
You had it from the Chipmunks too?
Yes?
You know, it's a real song.
Yeah, I found that out eventually, but...
You said that in just the right way. You said that in just the right way.
Okay. The mid-vowel.
Could be a. Maybe. A. That simplifies.
Let me go back to...
That oversimplifies to this.
I like that. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and W. Watson. That's... Oh my gosh. Okay, so, sorry, this is going to get off topic, but Agodog Ocean commented that I shorten just a second to just sec. And I never realized that I necessarily did that until I had students in one of my classes where there was a lot of group work in this particular class. And so what would happen would be like I'd walk around the room and groups are working. So people would kind of raise their hand as they have questions. And I'd want to acknowledge them, right, that I see your hand, but I'm still with this group, so I'll be there. And so I had this habit, and I still do it. I haven't stopped doing it, but I would always, do my finger, right, like just sec. And then I would keep working, then I'd go to the other group. And apparently that was a very endearing quality for this group of students, because then they, like, when they told me about it, they didn't tell me about it in like a teasing way, but more in a like, oh my gosh, that's a Jessie thing kind of way.
Nice.
But I had no idea how much I do it. I also had no idea that not everyone does it. And I don't think I can say just a second without, like, I would have to really concentrate and think to say just a second. I pretty much, anytime I do that in a stream of speech, it's always going to come out as, oh, just sec.
I'm very traditional, and so I don't use this modern I use the original one. So just 1 second.
1 second. And please tell me that you get all of the consonants in there.
That sounds like it could be actually a new kids cartoon. The consonants.
Okay, so
we got that.
Now we need the question marks.
Yeah, well, actually, we're going to need the first question is: had we dealt with what happens use IPA here? Have we dealt with what happens there? Do we just allow it? Does it just happen? Because it doesn't occur naturally.
Right. And the only way that we would have it is if it were in front of a word that starts with E and it needs to be pluralized, right?
Yes.
Like that's right now, as of right now, that's the only way we would get it.
Yes.
Oh, and that's going to be an issue here too, though, right? For the non-eaten things, something that starts with an oo. What do we do with the woo?
Yeah, see that.
Sorry, that just sounded like really. What do we do with the woo?
Yeah.
I think I'm on a sugar high. That's what happens when you let me drink soda. That's why I only get the mini cans.
You know what you could use? Copico.
Oh, MG. Okay. Ye. Okay, we don't have a word yet that starts with an E that would be counted that way, right?
Yeah, we do. Hold on a sec. So we have ulu and
Ime is rabbit. Ime is rabbit.
Yeah, ime is rabbit. So we're dealing with the most important plural.
Oh my gosh. Yime. Oh, yime.
I mean, it's something that can happen in languages. But this is tough because rabbit could have an irregular plural, like a totally irregular plural.
Right.
But let's pretend for the time being that it's not gonna, so we can figure out what we're gonna do. And then, even if it's not gonna take this plural, we have ulu. So, so ultimately for this we have, sorry. And then for this we have a, okay. Wait. What is rabbit? What is the?
Oh, it was originally
Mbe.
Oh, Mbe. Yeah, and it became Ime.
Oh, Mbe. Well, that unfortunately does give us our answer. Where is it?
Because it's an O. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up in the list. Yeah. So it's a prenasalized B and then schwa I.
Mbe. But I think this could mean that the singulars and the plural are the same. Let's see what happens. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Yeah, they're the same.
Fun.
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, that sure changes things.
Does a little bit, doesn't it?
It does. especially since that's one that we need to think about how we want to do. Now, of course, there have been people saying, oh, like Vijay Chopra had said, how about keeping singular and plural for rabbit the same, which it would be. We kept it like that.
Well, for this very reason, even if we keep this plural, it seems like that would help to reinforce the idea of a suppletive plural for rabbit, which I would be totally fine with. But obviously, that's not going to work with every single noun like this. And furthermore, all of the nouns that begin with these prenasalized consonants, they're all going to begin with E because of the raising.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of, I think, very narrow circumstances.
It would only be starting with something else, right, if it were followed by a back vowel, because didn't we, when we did the raising, it would default to the E, but if there was a back vowel environment? Or was that only
Let's see.
after?
Nope.
Okay.
So, yeah. Huh.
Okay. So maybe I don't want that for groups then. Maybe I really want... Trying to think of what I want to hear a lot, because you're going to hear these at the beginning of words a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing you want is a sound that you suddenly get very tired of.
I really do like how short it is.
Mm-hmm.
But let's leave that for right now, and let's go back to this, the qua.
Okay.
Something that could happen is just, and we could just say that the two vowels sit next to each other. Toulu.
Oh, that's actually kind of nice.
Okay.
But then it would still be like for raindrops, because it's not the...
Yeah, it's only
it would be...
It's only
the
U.
Still.
So qua is before non-U vowels.
I actually like that, because there's something nice about Tululu.
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, that solves that problem then. So
I like that better than Kulu.
Yeah.
Kulu. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then we're just left with this problem.
The Yi. Yeah.
That's an idea. I know you liked E.
Which one?
I know you liked E, but get ready to get wild for ah. Okay. Hold on a sec. Let me, what happens to that? Okay, what happens to this? Okay. Is it blocked? No, it's not blocked. Wait. Why am I seeing that on my screen? That's not what's on my screen. Okay, whatever. All right.
Okay, I have no idea what's wrong. Something's wrong.
It's my bad. Okay. So we could do that as our group.
Okay. And that would, so trying to put that together with what you had on the screen earlier, what would that change rabbits to for?
Hang on a sec. It would. Hold on.
We're good.
You've got to be kidding me. They're still the same. They both come out as MA.
What These inputs are the same. Was there any difference between the first and second inputs? I'm scrolling on my computer as if I can scroll your screen through mine. I love it.
Oh no, they're exactly the same. That's my bad there.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'm thinking there. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah, what were you thinking? Oh my goodness, how
okay.
horrifying.
Oh, but sorry. So they're not the same. They're not the same. What am I talking about? Okay, so no, they would be, and then they becomes ma. So so singular, ime, plural, ma.
And now if this is our word for group,
Mm-hmm.
what would the modern prefix for ones that weren't historically formed, but newer words and so on? Would the prefix just be ah? I think the first vowel is a priority.
Let's take a look. Yes, and it would also cause voicing.
Okay.
Actually, wouldn't all of these cause voicing?
Yeah, because it would put it between vowels and...
Yeah, so to would cause voicing, and a would cause voicing. So it would be a. It would be a because it thinks it's getting the stress.
Okay. Okay.
Var, this could be where... This could be where our stress thing comes into play. Where did I write our stress thing?
Which stress thing?
This stress thing, right here.
Oh, the one up above.
Mm-hmm.
Or down below. Sorry, that one. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The one where you say just funny stress.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a rabbit heap. It's not a heap of rabbits, but a rabbit heap. A rabbit heap. A rabbit heap. Yes. This could have the same funny stress thing, and that could be the reason why it's not getting stressed. Ooh. Okay. And so then an a that doesn't get stressed before something that does get stressed, because everything is pushing. Oh, it's pushing the stress. What happens to an a that doesn't get stressed?
Doesn't it just say on?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay. So then that's what happens for that, and then for all of the others, like Nikki, becomes Aniki. So it would just be ah. And it now makes sense.
Okay, so that would, just a second. Which one is Niki? Or did we make up a word? Does that mean something?
Tooth.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Now.
Wait. Why would teeth be rabbits or creatures?
It wouldn't. I was just trying to grab something. Now, okay.
Oh, okay.
So doing it this way, I'm just going to say it. Doing it this way, it will cause voicing. And we know that to is going to cause voicing.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to add an S, it would cause gemination.
Interesting.
Which would mean that it wouldn't voice.
So what you're saying is essentially our word for group is originally somewhat close to ass?
Yeah. Right.
Nice.
But that
I mean, that's too funny not to make that be now.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try some things out. Please bear with me. Okay.
Bearing.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna throw a spurious vowel in front, just so that it's not
spurious. That's not a word you hear every day. I love it.
I'm doing it so that it shifts the stress over for our rules. So I'm gonna put a VC consonant in the beginning. It's gonna be in, and then okay,
Oh, by the way, Lee Camp does point out that if we, treat tooth as a creature, it could be the tooth monster.
Ooh. Of course, this isn't going to work for like a full noun class type thing because there's nothing designating in the singular. It's just going to be different plural strategies. Okay, here we go. Big reveal.
Very excited.
Okay. Oh right, the because it's Niski, right? Okay. Oh, I guess the Asniki, the S stays? No, wait, it doesn't. No, it does. It does. It stays before an N. So Inasniki, so then Inatiki. Wait a minute.
Okay. It becomes, it drops. Yeah, so it drops in front of because the result is below it. And so Inatiki is the newer form.
Yes. Inasniki, Inatiki, Inasme.
Inasme. Okay, yeah.
Inasulu. And so we can drop that. So it's just an S for a plural when it has a vowel. And then for these others, if we Asniki, Atiki, and then Asme, and then Su.
Actually, quick question. I don't think it's going to affect at all what we're doing here, but Leon did ask if the KW rule was added to the sound change applier, the toe to the coronal consonants.
It was not. It's not relevant here, but yeah, I'll need to add that. Okay, I'm having some thoughts here because if you recall, when we started this whole thing out with the prenasalized consonants, we knew that everything was going to be stressed on the first syllable unless it began with a prenasalized consonant, then it was going to be stressed in the second, and that didn't give us pause. But our word for rabbit is not actually ime, it's ime.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Because that first vowel is epenthetic. Now, are we happy with that?
I mean, I am.
Okay. Good. Just fine. I don't know.
Makes me think I'm not supposed to be.
I thought it would be very shocking.
I'm just over here like, sure.
So
sure.
let's try to do this. All right. So singular is ime, plural would be asme. Singular is niki, plural is asniki, not with a Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Singular is ulu, plural is sulu. And then singular is tiki, plural is atiki.
I like that.
All right. All right.
That's actually kind of beautiful.
Cool. Honestly, I kind of wish this were going to be a more useful plural. Because one of the things I've discovered is that you actually don't have a lot of words for humans that you use a lot. It's just,
Do you think though that they will?
And when I say humans, of course, I mean rabbits or creatures, right? But yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. All right, good. So let us write this. So Oz, and it's funny, we do have kind of a thing here for E singular, Oz plural. It's kind of cool. So Oz before former prenasalized consonants. Us before nasals, S before vowels, and then before voiceless stops. Is there anything else that we need to try that...
Is it before all nasals or only before the N?
All nasals.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay. So, whoa. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's, it does palatalize ordinarily. So, I just wanted to note that.
Can you scroll those results up a little bit so we can see the full list?
Sorry. Oh, wait, right. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and Mateus, yeah, we did just make up this word for group. It's sort of what just happened here.
Yes. Let's see what happens with the Z. Oh, it disappears. So I guess, yeah, before S and Z, it's just an A, right?
Okay.
Let me write that. Nasals and sibilants. But what about ha? Okay, it's all or fricatives then. Okay, fricatives, nasals and fricatives. And then I guess the only thing is like, are you happy with it just being S before vowels, or do you want to throw that A in there for the similarity? We don't have to.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Before fricatives, didn't you say it was just A? Didn't the S disappear before a Z?
Yes. Thank you. So it's voiceless stops. Ah, where did everything go? Voiceless stops. Ah, stop it. Okay.
It keeps jumping from page to page.
All right, here we go. Before voiceless stops and fricatives, it's just A. You're right. Okay. And what happens? I'm just for this, just to do it. I want to see what happens to the crazy Z thing. Don't worry, I will fix my browser. Give me just one moment here.
The crazy Z?
Yes.
Thing? Okay.
Okay. Oh no. It's a geminate before the crazy Z.
Oh, interesting.
In fact, I think it's going to be a super geminate before the... Yup. Look at that. Azulu. Okay.
Zulu.
Because, of course, before former pre-nasalized consonants, of course it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're done. Okay, good.
We're good.
God, we're done. Oh, thank God.
That works.
Oh, jeez, that was unbelievably stressful. Whew.
But you made it. You survived.
I did. But did you?
Celebrate with a Kopiko.
Oh, God, I really want to.
Can I say a Kopiko, or do I need to say like a piece of or a bar of?
They're called a melody of Kopikos. So that's the plural. And then the single one is a dream of Kopiko. That's just one.
That's one. Okay, Nice. If it's a melody, though, why wouldn't it just be like a note of Kopiko for a singular?
One does not question.
Never. Never question.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so now I've highlighted our question marks because
Yeah.
even though we've survived the rabbits, creatures, eaten things, and non-eaten things, we
Yeah.
haven't even talked about the question marks. So what do you want to do with it?
So I guess the question is, what are we going to do for things that get borrowed in that don't fit into an obvious category? What is their basic plural going to be? And the question is, do we go the route? Do we go the route of the route? Whatever. Do we do what English does? And one of our main strategies is going to be the basic, or do we do like German does? And one of its very, very little utilized strategies happens to be the basic one. And the funny thing is, they're the same strategy. So, like in English, just add s, that's our basic. But in German, it's the one that's so rare, but it is now the regular. The regular plural for German is just add s if you're borrowing something in. So, what are we going to do? Do we need something? Do we need something here? Or are we good with these three?
Hey, commenters, do we need something here? Or are we good with our three? And while you're thinking about that, Veronica asks a tangential question that you should address, and I'm going to let you address it. If you have a sound change that makes a segment sequence that is not licit and requires a repair strategy, is that repair strategy included in the sound change rule?
Yeah, just throw it in as a repair strategy. I should note that all plurals are lexically derived unless they're derived from either reduplication or lengthening. Everything is lexically derived. That's the whole theory. That's the whole theory behind grammaticalization. Anyway.
Alk says an armful for borrowed nouns. Because they have arms by the time they borrow. Well, they had arms, but they use their arms by the time they borrow words.
They do.
They don't need their mouths to. Oh, that's kind of nice.
But then this raises the question of if they have arms. If they have words for arm versus just limb.
Interesting.
Because, ordinarily, when we, the outsiders, look at a rabbit, we say it has 4 legs and no arms. Clearly, the 2 hind legs are different from the 2 forelegs. But how would they do that? I don't know. When their little paws develop into little hands, will this be very special to them? I mean, it has to be.
I feel like whatever word was for limb originally, right? That would be the word for arms. And then legs become like hopper limbs, like if these are your limbs, then the legs then get like a compound kind of strategy. They're the hopping limbs. But a lot of people are saying 3 is good, and the suggestion the non-edible thing, using that for a standard has been suggested by many people. I think Chris did say that maybe back form some sort of as plurals for more recent borrowings. So going with the least used one.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Isaac says big leg and small leg for front and back. Veronica seconds that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And that would be very easy to do.
So.
Okay.
Which of all that rings best in your mind?
I think that we're good then. Let's call this good, because we need to immediately jump to and resolve the grabbit question. No.
The most important question of the day.
Yeah.
The week. Nay, the month. We are in a new month.
Oh, yeah, huh? It's been a time, hasn't it?
Yes.
This is the issue that we need to resolve. So, let us have something that is a bit adjective-y.
Adjective-y. Not adjectival.
I mean, it'll get there. But like adjective-y in its heart, if you know what I mean.
And you mean like a word so we can play around with this construction?
Yeah, we need something.
Okay. So thinking rabbit, right? Maybe. Adjective at its heart. Gosh, I don't even know. Like, besides just giving you an adjective, are we looking for a verb-like thing, or do you want something nouny that is...
All our adjectives are going to be verbs.
Right. So when you're asking for something adjective-y, you're really just asking for a verb.
The meaning.
Fluffy was what Veronica suggests.
Well, actually, since Veronica
Jason's
suggested
just coming
it,
up with new endings.
Since Veronica suggested it, what if hammy meant fluffy? Do you like it?
What do you think, Veronica? Oh, fast has also been suggested. Red.
Fast has an interesting history, doesn't it?
What does, sorry?
The word fast in English.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Hammy is fluffy. So, this is going to be good. All right, let me write it up here so that we have it as a part of our list. Hammy becomes hammy. Fluffy. Very good. Okay, so this is going to happen.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
And also, I want to point out, you just violated standards. You're supposed to do the vampire.
I had both of my hands up. I thought it was okay.
Luckily, I think I'm safe with the...
I think they would have been much more successful with it if instead they said that we needed to dab.
So no vampire, just... Oh my gosh.
I would have remembered it.
Love
Anyway.
it. That was an epic dab as well, by the way.
Thank you. Oh. Okay. So, Ime. Rabbit.
Oh,
Hammy.
P.S.
Fluffy.
as you're typing.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Helvey then also suggests imagine fluffy grammaticalizing into like an augmentative kind of form.
That's funny. All right, we'll hang on to that. But okay, so if we wanted to say Imehami, that's the fluffy rabbit. Imehami. And so
nice.
roughly the way that would be working is like this. That's where the natural stresses are going to lie. Now, if this becomes a type of rabbit, this is a...
Like the Clydesdales of rabbits, sure.
Yeah, so let's just say we're here right now. We're not... This isn't all the way proto, but it's, it's some sort of meta level. What is that becoming? So, the options are... Option 1, option 2, option 3. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Did you see what it did?
Oh my gosh, it made everything superscript. Everything.
I can't even... I can't even think right now. I'm so upset. Okay. Right. That's an option. Another option is and I think that those are the most likely results.
Interesting.
And again, we're going to use this as our reference point, what it would be if it's just a phrase.
And that would literally just be rabbit fluffy for rabbit is fluffy.
It would be like if this were a compound word, right? And then, oh, the rabbit is fluffy?
Yeah,
Hami.
for
Hami, me.
hami.
Hami, me. Yep. All right.
Okay. And now for our compound. We've got Vinicius and Isaac. Sorry if I said your name wrong, Vinicius. Saying option 3. Chris is saying 2 and 3. I feel like 3 is interesting in that it sort of violates the language's preference in general for stress being up front. So if we wanted really funny stress, I feel like 3 would be a good option. John says 3. Hannah likes 5. Golden Pelt.
This, by the way, this is the Greek option right there. Number 5 is Greek. Except that number 5 would be Greek if the original stress for ime was on the first syllable. Like, Greek is just nuts. They're like, I don't even know what they're doing.
Well, I mean, it's why we have the shifts in things like catastrophe and catastrophic.
Yeah.
It's all because of Greek.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whole lot of 3s.
Yeah, I think
Kiernan and Applesauce Project, Mateus, Veronica. I mean, since this is Veronica's word, that's a very important vote. Suniva, Arturo. Oh, no, sorry, Arturo is 5, but VJ. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of 3s.
Let it be done. So,
Senor Hagfish. I like saying
okay,
that
so we're going to need to write this somewhere, but just for right now, in compounds, main stress falls on the main stress of the second element. Actually, let's turn that around. What's a word that ends in a consonant, either an N or an S?
A word from our language that ends in a consonant?
Yeah. Oh, I went too far.
Mouse. Hen.
Hen. Okay.
That's literally our only one that ends in a consonant right now.
That's cool. All right. So let's just make sure that we're happy with this.
Okay, and as you're typing that, I need to go back to a pronunciation issue.
Yes.
Okay, in our comment section, a pronunciation is given. Is that C for, and I said Vinicius is how I pronounce it, which is wrong. But in the pronunciation you provide for me, there's a C. Is that the palatal stop C because it's in the phonemic brackets? Or is that like a cuss sound? So is it Vinicius or is it Vinicius? This is very important to me. So respond back if you heard that.
Chris, nice. Hello, Biblaridon. Is it Biblaridon or is it Biblaridon? I've only ever seen it spelled.
You're asking me?
No, I'm asking the commenters.
Oh, good. I was like, why would you ever ask me how to say something? You know I get everything wrong the first time I say it.
Vinicius? Vinicius? That's my guess.
Oh, it's an S.
It is an S. Oh, Vinicius.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
All right.
We're good.
Okay. Anyway.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, so the whole point of doing this was that number 1 there, Henime, I think that's what it should be based on what we have written here. want to make sure that everybody understands and is aware of this. So given the fact that the original stress, right, is ime, then when you combine them, this would be like what, a rabbit mouth, henime. That's what it should be. You okay with that?
Main stress falls on the main stress of the second element. So what you're saying is number 1 is the option it would be, correct?
Yes. Oh my God. I am floored right now. My entire life up to this point, I have missed an I in the name of Bipluridion. I thought it was just ended D-O-N. I thought it was a really weird word, and that's why I always said like Biblaridon, and I thought it was really weird. I missed an I.
I am judging you so hardcore right now.
Like, it's not hidden. It's right there. How did I miss that?
That is a great question.
Oh,
How did you miss that?
this reminds me of when I called the Friends language, instead of Rockbegalmki, I called it Rogbayani, just because I looked at all those and I'm like, I can't pronounce it. That was
That's amazing.
Stegbelski's language. Anyway, that makes so much sense. Biblaridian, like, it makes so much sense. And how did I? But like, I saw it with my eyes many times. Biblaridon. I was like, that's kind of weird.
Can you tell me what other organs you would use to see something? You saw it with your eyes.
Well, according to Pan's Labyrinth, your hands? I don't know.
Love it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And remember, this isn't a prefix; it's a compound. All right. Okay. So then we're fine. We're fine. So yeah. Anime. All right. So we have some really interesting and irregular stress. I like this. Perfect.
Good.
And this, of course, was starting with a stress system that was just stressed on the first syllable. And that was it.
And now we're getting, well, ultimate stress in some words by accident.
Yeah. I love it.
That is lovely.
Okay. And here, I'll just make a little tiny note here. This will result in stress being on, sometimes being on the ultimate or penultimate syllable, where it ordinarily wouldn't be. Okay.
Even the anti-penultimate, I mean, if it's got 3 syllables originally, it's just, we could just keep going there. I just like the word anti-penultimate.
There you go.
Good.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. So I think that's settled. Are you gonna do it? Yes. Yeah.
It is settled.
Oh my God. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So then we're good with this. We have our plurality settled. Settled. And then we have our compounds settled as well, and we figured out stress. We figured out the funny stress thing. We haven't yet gotten to verbs, which means we haven't gotten to the reduplication thing that I want to do. And we haven't done possession or other adpositions. We're nearing the end of our time here. Oh yeah, this stress system is so grammar. Thank you.
That is, wait, I have to give credit where credit is due.
Is this going to be our is this going to be our pitch to Disney? That's so grammar?
Yes. I feel I need to. Let me appropriately quote that. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Is it senor, or is it sir, or is it senior? Hagfish.
That's a great question. I've just been saying senor because it sounds fun to be like senor hagfish. But I have no idea. So
I thought it was.
Feel free
I thought it was sir, but that's not much of an abbreviation, is it?
It's really not, but we'll wait and see if we've maybe both been saying it wrong. And then we're going to find out it stands for something totally different.
It's Sir Hagfish.
It's Sir Hagfish. I am so sorry. I have just been saying it wrong. I do like that though, Sir Hagfish. That is lovely. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Back to
this. So yeah, but here was the thing. I didn't know what to do with our Patreon poll. Oh, I also didn't see what people said about working on the writing system during the off time. It could be related to that. I could draw some stuff up and put some polls on there. I don't know. Anyway, usually we come to a thing, but now we haven't come to a thing. Do you have any ideas?
Besides Hero by Proxy suggestion that we need That So Grammar t-shirts now. And we need to do a poll about how that could happen. Okay. So.
Oh. So. What happened to it's Imehemi. So I'll just write it somewhere.
And as you're doing that, Applesauce Project says that the writing system off time, that sounds like that will work. I don't see anyone else commenting immediately, but I could also scroll way back and try to find in the actual comments. Okay. All right, we've got our stems. We have decided that the 3 plurals are good. So we have settled those issues. We have done all that. Did we have anything left that we needed? Good.
Thank you. No. Okay. So then I think what I'll probably do is our Patreon poll is going to be related to the writing system. I will work on that stuff. Next week, verbs, adpositions. Jesse and I will do a test with the Wacom tablet. Just for the heck of it. It's probably going to be a disaster. I can guarantee you this thing is not going to get used.
But we can try.
Yeah, and verbs, prepositions, and yeah.
Didn't you say way back at the beginning of this when you were talking about the writing system and moving into it that there would be like some really basic glyphs for some of our more basic words, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to start off with that, and then it's that's going to be the base for what ultimately become the glyphs in the VC Abugida.
Okay. Is there something that could be voted on with that?
Yes.
Because obviously Sun, Star, Moon, and Earth are going to, obviously.
Yeah. So it will be. That's what I'll do, and I'll take care of it. Okay. But there was something else really important related to Patreon. Oh, it's the it was the first. So this is the big day after basically if you were at the level of patron supportage, whatever, where you're getting stuff, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of stuff today.
Yes, because it's the updated document and our first where we actually have something to really send out.
Yeah, they're all coming. It's all coming today, and it's going to be after 10 p.m. though, because this is now officially Meridian's time.
And you do not mess with that.
Yeah. Can't even believe it. Meridian rhymes with Bibloridian. How did I not see that? I'm so embarrassed. And
we are all embarrassed on your behalf.
I'm especially so embarrassed because every single time I thought it, I was like, what a dumb name. And it was because I was reading it wrong. That's just... the funny thing was when I looked at the comments and I saw how people were saying how to say it, I thought it was a joke that I had missed, like an inside joke. They're like, oh, what if it were Bibloridian? It sounds so formal. And then they just kept on making the joke, and then I actually looked at the name and I saw the I, and I'm just flabbergasted.
And you kind of messed your hair up when you did that. That's how flabbergasted you are.
I know. Did you just say flabbergasted?
I sure did by accident.
How proper. Absolutely flabbergasted.
I'm flabbergasted. Mainly because we still haven't answered what a rabbit is.
Oh boy, that's That's coming later.
Oh,
We haven't
my gosh.
graduated to the grab it level yet.
We shall make it. We shall make it.
All right.
Okay, well, good then. That means I think we, yes, indeed, flabbergasted.
Oh my god. Oh, terrible. I love it. All right.
I missed what you were laughing at.
Oh, gosh, this is really going to be tough because I was about to say Biblaridon, but no, Biblaridian just typed into chat Maradon.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that. Oh, that is so perfect. Yes, it is Maradon's time.
Yeah. All right. So that's it from us for a week. Yeah, man, and remember how when we started this, it was going to be like, oh gosh, I really hope we can build up a following early because I'm going to be traveling so much, and we're not going to be able to do this every week.
Yeah, remember back when? Many moons ago.
4 trips canceled thus far. 4 gone.
Gosh. Oh
anyway,
my gosh.
Yeah, but someday. You know what? I just honestly look forward to going to a Target.
I had to do a grocery run this morning, and that was intense.
I'll remember you.
Thank you. Well, I did it this morning, so I'm done, and I showered.
Good.
As soon as I got home.
Good.
But it was one of those things, like, seriously, I knew I had to go, so, like, last night I was totally having stress dreams about shopping.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And I'm like, how weird is it that I'm having stress dreams about doing a freaking grocery run?
Mm-hmm.
But.
All right. Well, thank you so much for following along. I feel pretty good about where we're at now. I'm happy. So, yes. Yeah. Right on. Too. All right. So, I will. I'll talk to you soon, and we'll talk to all of you soon. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay grammar.